Hi guys, welcome back to Carport Autos and another video on the Fiat 500 Lounge. As you can see, it's in the garage. The diesel which we got running, we're still working on that, but obviously I need to get this, well I need to get a bit further ahead on this. We've not really done that since we've been doing the diesel. In regards to this car, somebody might be having this. It's not fully confirmed yet, but what it is they've got like a fairly big car. She wants to downsize. It's a diesel. She doesn't really need a diesel now because she had it for a previous job. Which she was travelling a lot and she didn't need it now, so she wants something a bit smaller, a bit cheaper. So bonus. So I'll spin you round. Right, so if you remember from the last video, we had got the front bumper on, and that's got something on the camera. There we go. And we got the wing on and everything lined up. We've just got a problem with this bonnet. Still in two minds on whether we get another one or whether we try it, because if you look here you can see how far this has got to be pulled out. So I'm gonna have a try. It might not work, but what we are going to do today is bumper's obviously going to have to come off, and the wing's going to have to come off because I need to spray on all the inside edges of the wing. I might attempt to paint that myself. We're probably going to attempt to paint that ourselves. But what we also have got is we've got the mounts on the radiator to put the pop rivets on. We've got the pop rivets have turned up the right size. And we've also got the lower crash bar, which we've got to turn around because we put it the wrong way around. So crack on with that. I have just ordered a timing belt kit for this, a service kit and a thermostat, because obviously we have got a slight leak on this as well. So we're gonna change the thermostat, because I don't know if you know about Fiat 500s, the thermostat that comes from the with the car when you first get it is, well, one of the parts is plastic, but the upgraded versions are metal. Now I'm hoping the one I've ordered has metal. I'll be disappointed if it ain't, but yeah, I've got one of them on its way. We're going to change that, and obviously we're going to do timing belt. We're going to do service. We're also going to check the brakes on it, do what we need to do, and yeah, hopefully make some good progress on this car. But yeah, I've got quite a bit of work to do on this bonnet, so we'll have a go. If it don't, we'll obviously try and find another one. So let's crack on. Right, quick cutting. We've put the lower crash bar the right way around this time, and with regards to this bonnet, I've been playing about with it, and as you can see I've got a lovely line gap down there. Not too bad there, but this bit here was the area what was bent. Now done a bit of bashing, and as you can see I've got it out. I think apart from just dealing with that there's a slight bump there. Apart from dealing with that, I think we're going to save this bonnet, so we'll be able to paint this and save a bit of money. As I say, that side's in. This side doesn't look right, but obviously it's got a bolt that's going to pull that together. And then obviously here it's not on, but we haven't got the bracket on yet because we're going to take that wing off and do it. It took about an hour just to get to this point. It's not perfect. There is still a little bit of manipulation to be done just to get that line a little bit better, but it's a damn sight better than what it was. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Bonnet saved. Right, we've pulled it in. We've got the wing off in preparation for painting it. So obviously headlights had to come out. Just pop riveted these into place because that's what we were missing from last time, because we had to change these over because the ones that came with this front panel was for a diesel, which obviously sat out a bit further. We explained that in the last one. And as you can see, obviously bottom bar is now in position. You can tell it's right because the towing eye hole is in the right position now. Rookie mistake by us in doing that. So yeah, on to now is prepping wing for paint. Let's crack on. So second score, same as before, as I say. I'll scuff the inside up first, just to get all the outer edges and everything sprayed up with a bit of primer. So I'm just going to hit that with a bit of primer, and then we'll block that down, and then we'll move in for a bit of top coat after that. There it is, just dusted it over with some primer on all the outside edges or inside edges, whichever way you want to say it. And then we'll get ready. Just let that dry for half hour, and then we'll quick block, panel wipe, and then on with some top coat. There we go. Like I say, this all doesn't have to be perfect because obviously you don't really get to see it on the car. So, but always necessary has been painted. Right, what I'll do is I'll let that cure for a day or so, and then I'll flip it over, prep the other side, and paint that, see how it comes out. Right, different day. Got this all primered up ready. Haven't got. We're gonna paint this. Try and paint this ourselves. I've done the wing, and I'll show you that in a bit. What I've done with the wing. But I've rattle canned the wing, pretty much like I did with the white 500 that we did. I'm probably gonna have to do it again because it's. I don't know whether it's just because it's colour rather than white, but there's quite a bit of dirt nibs in it, so I'm going to lightly sand it down, get the dirt nibs out, and then go over it again, see if I can get a better finish on it. Colour match, obviously, compared to the car, it does look a little bit brighter, but obviously the car has not been cleaned, it's not been machine polished yet, so hopefully when it's on it will blend a little bit better. So yeah, but yeah, all this has been primered now in readiness, and as I say, when we've got the paint and we're ready to paint it, we'll just give us a quick wet sand with some, 2000 grit, something like that. Try and get it a bit sheen finish, and then yeah, shoot some paint on it. What I am going to attempt next is this bonnet, because as you can see, I've got the dent out here, but it is still in. It's obviously gone in a little bit too far, so I'm just going to sand all this down, probably here all the way down to here, because you can see here there's like a little bit of a crease. So I'm going to get spot weld on. I'm just going to pull this out slightly and then tap it back, and then put the lightest skims of filler over it in readiness. So yeah, that's my next job. So just a quick cutting. As you can see, as I'm sanding it down, you can see high spots and low spots, so you can actually see where it is that you're needing to put filler or anything. But obviously here I've actually gone a bit deeper and gone into, you can still see where all these low spots are here. Now I need to get obviously all that paint out, and I've got to get all this paint out down here, so I can, there's a couple of high spots where I just need to tap it down, but the low spots obviously I need to get the pin welder and the dent puller just to pull them out slightly, and then to obviously tackle them back. But yeah, I mean, it is literally just this front bit here that needs sorting out. But obviously we'll end up painting probably the whole bonnet, because obviously we're not painters. In fact, we're not even bodywork specialists. But we've got an idea, but we can't blend. So we'll end up obviously masking everything off. We'll keep it on the car, mask it all off, mask all inside engine bay and everything, have it propped up on a bit of wood, etc. Once it's done, and yeah, and spray it all. But I'll keep you updated as I go, see how it goes on. Right, just a quick cut in. I've had spot welder, angle grinder, slide hammer, all on this bit here. There was a line obviously here, and this bit had been pushed in, and if you follow the grade, it's just like a smooth curve there. Now obviously it ain't smooth because it's bare metal, but whereas it probably was a little bit like that, it's more like that now. It's got a bit more of an arc to it here, so I managed to pull most of that out. The idea behind this is obviously to get as many dents out as possible and put as little filler in here as possible, because obviously with it being a bonnet, and this is the main part where you lift it up and down, this is where it's going to get a lot of that on it by people. Instead of just letting it drop from a certain height and clipping, a lot of people tend to like to push it, and when you push it, you dent it. So, and obviously we have the dent here, and there's just a slight high spot there where I'm just going to tap back. Obviously I'm just going to feel it this side compared to this side, it's just slightly higher there, so I'm just going to tap that back. But all along here I've now got relatively smooth, so I'm just going to put a very thin, it'll look like I'm putting a lot on once I've done it, but once it's been sanded down, it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, going well. So just to show you, I've now stuck a load of filler on. It looks a lot, but a lot of that will disappear when it gets rubbed down. So yeah, I've got to let that dry now. Probably tomorrow I'll get this rubbed down, hopefully get this finished. I'll have to see how tomorrow goes when we're rubbing it down. Pick up back then. Right guys, following the following day should I say, can't get my words out. And as you can see, I've rubbed all that filler down, and although you can still see filler, it is a very, very, very thin skin of filler. I've got a nice profile of the bumper, if you run your hand over it. There are a couple of minor imperfections, but I don't profess to be a bodywork specialist. This is just something I've learned over years. So it's not going to be a 100% perfect, but it's probably about 95. So I'm just going to stick a little bit of finishing filler on it, a couple of deep gouges. It's just called dolphin glaze. Just going to put some of that on it, knock that back, clean everything up, mask it up, and then we'll stick some primer on it. Right, catch you in a bit. There you go. I've just put a dusting of etched primer on it first because there was some obvious bare metal on it. So let's put a bit of etched primer on first. And this is just the first coat of primer. Now, when you start putting primer on, you can see all the imperfections that you miss, like there's a little bit here, here, and here that just wants a little bit more rubbing down. So when we get ready for paint, just do a little bit more work on that, blocking that back. Then I'll put just a little dusting of filler primer over it, block that back, primer it again before we actually go to paint. But you know, I don't think it's too bad a job. I've done worse. I don't think I've actually done any better. It sounds daft. But anyway, just gonna let this dry a little bit more, and then I'll put another dusting on, and then I'll show you the wing at that point, what I did with the wing. And this is the wing I've done. Like I say, when I originally sprayed it, it was quite windy outside and there's a few dirt nibs on it, so I'm just gonna knock them back and then go over it again. But it's not too bad. I mean, if you look at it compared to the colour on the original car, let me do doing it. It's a pretty good match. And you're probably thinking, well, it looks a lot brighter. Well, for starters, it's just been painted. Secondly, this car's dirty. It's not been machine polished, so it's not got that high gloss sheen on the paintwork. And obviously when it's on, we'll give it a good mop and try and blend it in, make it not stand out as much. So that's where I'm going to leave this video. Mainly bodywork this time round. Obviously prep wing, prep bonnet, prepped bumper. Obviously put some mistakes right, which was obviously the bottom crash bar and the we put the pop rivets on there. So it don't look like we've done a lot, but it's actually been a long time doing all this. It's a good couple of days. Obviously now, like I said earlier, we've ordered timing kit, service kit, thermostat. Before we do any paint on this, we'll get all the oily stuff out of the way first. So we'll be doing all that in the next video. Possibly the aerial and the door handle. I know Love 500 made a comment on his video saying that door handle looked like it wasn't tightened up properly. Well, like I said in my response to him, we'll take it off, we'll have a look. If it's loose, tighten it up, easy fix. If not, we have got a spare that we can use. Aerial's on its way. Other than that, we've pretty much got everything we need, apart from obviously paint, to get this car done. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here. Thanks to everybody. Big thumbs up to everybody who's subscribed so far. We're over 500 now. Our goal this year is to get to 1,000. So please do smash that thumbs up, that like button. You know, help us with the algorithm. Get us videos out there a bit more, and hopefully we can attract some more subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video, please do subscribe. It is free, you know. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. See you later.